Have you been on the hunt for a good neck massager, or does your significant other massage your neck and give up after 30 seconds because their hands are tired and you need something more than that to loosen up your neck? Today I'm going to review a new neck massager from Bob and Brad, and it's a great little neck massager, and it might actually save your neck pain or your relationship if you're struggling with having someone who can really work into those muscles. Also, if you're one of our viewers, you can look below in the description and also get a discount code where you can save some money on a purchase for this. I'll put the link to that and the Amazon link in the description, so check that out. Okay, today's review is on the Bob and Brad neck and shoulder massager. So this is what it looks like here in the box. And it is on the user manual. It says it's the iNeck Pro. So I'll give you a look there. And it has some really cool features. And so I want to go over those. They sent this to me to try out. And I've tried it out. My wife has tried it out. I had two of my therapists try it out, and the results have been pretty good. There are a couple of comments that they made about things, but overall, a good review. But let's get into the specifics, because with this massager, there are some things that until I read the user manual, I didn't really understand some of the controls and how to use this. So let's go over this a little bit. This is what it looks like. It's just a little strap with has some straps, and it has big massagers here and smaller massagers here. It's a neck and shoulder massager because it does go down into your shoulders, the top of your shoulders, as well as into your neck, which is pretty nice actually. So let me just show you how you use it. So it goes on the back of your head and neck like this, and you have two options. One option is you can hold these handles, these straps, and kind of direct the tension, the pressure where you want it to be, whether it's down or whether that's up. You can just kind of relax your hands in this and let it do its thing. Or you can take this strap, which is elastic, and you can strap this around your back. So in the user manual, this actually shows, let's see if I can get it. So it is a little blind as far as attaching that. In the manual, it shows going around your back, but it almost looks like they're going around the front. And so the first time I put this on, I put the strap around the front and this just fell off. But if you put it around the back and it's secure, it actually holds pretty well. And then the controls are right here. You kind of have to memorize what's where, but push and hold down the power button and it just gets rolling. So you could technically just walk around with this doing its thing. You could sit at your desk. You could sit watching a movie. You could sit playing on your phone. It doesn't really matter. You could do many things with this because it's attached to you, and you can go wherever. That's a feature that I really like. I like that it's attached. It doesn't feel too aggressive, but it feels aggressive enough that it's doing something. So I feel it up in my neck, and I can feel it down right on those knots that most people get right on top of their shoulders. So the massaging knobs are very well placed, in my opinion, for where I see tension in most of my patients. So it has a couple of different modes, which I didn't know until I read the user manual. So not just with this product, but other products, make sure you're reading the user manual, because there are some features I didn't know there was. So if you short press the power button, it switches to a different mode that's more rhythmic, it says. So it's not just the constant kneading of the muscle tissue. It kind of goes in a rhythm or in spurts. And sometimes I kind of like this. It breaks it up a little bit so it's not just the constant movement. So you just short press that power button and it goes to the next one. A couple of other cool things. It has heated rollers, heated massage rollers, and it also has a heated a heated spot right in the middle to warm up the neck. To be honest, I don't feel a whole lot of heat from the massagers, the ones up top, but I do feel some heat from just generally it being on my neck. So you can hit that heat to turn it on or heat to turn it off. It also has an intensity button, and if you push the intensity button, it'll beep twice. I think if it's on the high intensity, and then it beeps once if it's on the lower intensity. I do notice a difference with the different intensities, but it's not a huge difference. So it is nice to have the option in case it's too intense. And so those are really the features that it has on the buttons. And I think it's pretty easy to use. Once you remember those 3 buttons, it's pretty easy to remember where they are. So to turn it off, you just hold long press the power button and it beeps and it stops. So pretty easy to use. It's not, I mean, the hardest thing about it is trying to clasp this behind you. And really that's not bad. So one of the comments that I had from one of my therapists is that they didn't want to just sit and hold this to let it do its massage. But I don't think they realized that you could take this strap and move it around until we had tested it out a little bit more and tried it out. So pretty easy to put on and take off with this strap. It has that heater right there in the middle, and then the power and other function controllers are on the side. So overall, I think I actually really like this. The problem that I had with a previous neck massager that I reviewed is that you had to plug it in. It was a little bigger and you could position it differently. This one's rechargeable and it recharges with USB-C, which is fantastic. I'm glad that most things are going to that. And it's very portable. I mean, this isn't that big, but it packs a bit of a punch. Today when I was going to get this to do this review, I couldn't find it in my house, and I was asking my kids if they had seen it, and then my wife told me that she had stolen it and taken it to her desk. And I'm like, oh, why did you take it to your desk? And she said her neck has been hurting quite a bit lately, and she used this to relieve the tension. So my wife's a fan. I like it. My staff like it as well. I don't really have any reservations in recommending this to work on someone's neck. It's not too aggressive. I find some massage devices are too aggressive, and I think that is a little bit of a challenge on the neck if we're going too aggressive. So for someone who treats the spine all day long, I think this is a great way to increase mobility in the neck muscles. I probably saw 4 or 5 patients just today that had tension in their upper trapezius and up into the neck that probably could benefit from something like this at home. So one other thing that's cool is with this Bob and Brad neck massager has a 2-year warranty, and that's pretty awesome. So if you're looking for this, I'll put a link for this device in the description. It's the iNeck Pro by Bob and Brad, and it's a great little massager. So if you're looking for one, this would be a great one to choose. Thanks for watching.